Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam tasliman kathiran kathira. From Mabadu, my brothers and sisters, in hadith which is in Musnad Imam Ahmad, in Al-Hakim and in Al-Bayhaqi, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is reported to have said, As-Siyam and the Quran, fasting and the Quran will intercede on behalf of the slave. They will make shafa'ah on behalf of the slave. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will permit fasting and the Quran to become our shafi, to make shifa, intercede for us. As-Siyam, fasting says, O Rabb, I prevented him from food and obeying his desires during the day, therefore accept my shafa on his behalf. And the Quran will say, I prevented him from sleeping at night, therefore accept my shafa on his behalf. And they and their shafa will be accepted, and they will be accepted as intercessors. Now please understand this. The thing here is that this fasting is becoming an intercessor on our behalf, because we are practicing the fasting correctly. As Rasulullah said, some people, for them the fasting is only hunger and thirst and loss of sleep. We do not want to be among them. So therefore the fasting prohibits us from all forms of bad behavior. Fasting is something which is a person who wishes to, in one opinion, there is an opinion which says that engaging in bad conduct, engaging in actions which are, again the hadith, Abu Hurairah narrated that Rasulullah said, and this hadith is in Bukhari and Abu Dawud, whoever doesn't give up false speech, which is all forms of, apart from lying and so on, it's also backbiting, it's also slandering, it's also all kinds of stuff like this. Whoever does not give up false speech and evil actions and does not abandon foolishness, Allah is not in need of his leaving food and drink. And this hadith is in Bukhari and Abu Dawud. According to the majority of scholars, to do so, that is to indulge in these evil actions of lying and cheating and whatnot, lessens the reward of the fast. It makes it less valuable, but does not break it. But some of the scholars of the Zahiri Mazhab, like Ibrahim an-Nakhai, al-Awza'i, and Ibn Hazm, rahmatullahi alayhi majma'in, they said that it breaks the fast. So, irrespective of that, we want to make sure that the fasting is something which becomes beneficial for us, and let us not, again, the idea is not to fall into any form of argument about all this. Now, Rasulullah ﷺ mentioned three kinds of people who defeat the purpose of fasting. He said, qawl az-zur, that is falsehood. Example, lying, ghiba, namima, false testimony, swearing, slander, all forms of haram statements. And then amal az-zur, which is haram actions. So qawl az-zur, haram speech, haram actions. Amal az-zur, which is oppression, fighting, stealing, listening to music, looking at haram, all the bad stuff. And then jahl. This is not the antonym of knowledge, but rather it's the opposite of hilm, meaning controlling oneself, holding oneself back and being patient. For example, one who does not have control on himself and is quick to fight and argue and get angry is a jahil. We know that these actions are haram, and all the more they become even more haram than haram in the month of Ramadan, because where the goodness is multiplied, the evil also becomes even more reprehensible. So let us make sure that we don't waste our fasting and that we practice it correctly. وصلى الله على نبي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.